I started my 3-week stay with my parents by taking the short 15-minute train journey from Newcastle to Durham. Durham is a historical city which is famous for its Romanesque cathedral and its Norman castle. Durham is also one of the Northeast's finest gems of the region. Unfortunately, you'll see as soon as I get off this damn train that the weather takes an absolute turn for the worse. So let's get into it and I'll show you Durham. So I've just arrived in Durham. The main thing here is the cathedral. The cathedral is the most popular attraction here, but I'm gonna have to look for somewhere to get out the rain. It says the rain's gonna last for 30 minutes. Good old British weather, absolutely pissing it down. So let's just see where I can get out the rain. Anyway, rain's gonna stop in 30 minutes. Hopefully the app is true and we can get on with the video. This is Durham city centre. I'm just going to wander around here a bit and then I'm going to go up to the cathedral and go inside and show you inside that, because Durham Cathedral is great. Durham is a student town. It's got a famous university here. The university is in Durham Castle, and you might see a lot of students kicking about. Good old English weather. It's nice now. The rain stopped. The sun's come out. It was miserable a minute ago. So that's England for you. Half an hour ago, winter. Now it's a nice day. Durham has loads of these little streets, or like this. Little cobbled streets around and that, and old buildings. The rain had stopped by the time I found this fantastic looking flat white kitchen, but inside there was no seats and it looked too good for a man on their lonesome like myself. So I decided to crack on straight up to the cathedral, and look, as luck had it, the weather turned out to be fantastic. That's what England's like. You can get all seasons in a day. So let's get into the cathedral and let you have a gander. I'm in Durham Cathedral now, but I'm having a bit of a whisper because I don't think it's a place where you can really talk loudly. For some reason I didn't pay to get in this time. I remember when I come years ago, you had to pay to get in the cathedral. I'm not sure if it was certain parts we had to pay to get into or not. But let's just see how it goes. This time I just strolled in. That's the cathedral behind us, look. Let's have a look, see what it's like. I'll show you around. This here is all about St. Bede. He was a monk from Northumbria. He was famous for one of the greatest scholars in the medieval period. And I think Bede's remains, he was buried in Jarrow, which is in Newcastle, but or Gateshead, sorry, but now he's buried in Durham Cathedral. So I believe this here is Bede's remains, and Bede died in May 735 at the age of 62. currently now there is no entrance fee, there's just a donation, and the suggested donation amount is £5. So I think it's well worth £5 to come and visit the cathedral, because it is absolutely amazing. It's one of the best things to see in the northeast of England. If you're visiting here as a student or for whatever other reason, it's definitely a good piece of history to come and see, and the building inside is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. To be honest, I haven't been to Durham Cathedral for years, so I actually forgot how big it is. It is massive. I forgot how nice it was inside too, actually. The stained glass windows are a thing that's famous in churches the world over. Every church or religious building in England, like a cathedral or something like that, has stained glass windows. This is the shrine of St. Cuthbert, where people come pilgrimage here and pay respect. And he was buried here in 1104, the year 1104. For anyone who likes Harry Potter, I believe this is the part they used in Harry Potter. Is it? I think so. So this was used as the Hogwarts school, but actually right now I don't think they've got this section very nice at all. Last time I come here it was much nicer. Now it looks like really run down and that. So right, so that is Durham Cathedral. It's massive and it's nice inside, so it's worth coming. In the garden bit outside where Harry Potter is not as nice as it used to be. I don't know what they're doing. It looks like they're maintaining it or something. So this has been Durham Cathedral, and then I'm going to go on the castle tour in a bit, because I've never actually been in the castle, because it's Durham University. Usually you can't get in, but luckily today I've come, and the tours are in the afternoon, not the morning, so I haven't missed them. So I'm going to do that later. Alright, this is what you can do in Durham. Famous cathedral with famous saints buried here. Right, I'm stood outside Durham University, which is the castle behind us. £5 to get in, 45 minutes guided tour. I've never been on it before because it's actually an active university building, so there's only set times you can go in. So this will be my first time. Let's see what it's like when the tour kicks off. At the beginning of the tour, this nice young lady from Durham University's Culture Department give us some rules and a brief history of Durham Castle. She went on to tell us that although she's not local, she hopes she could answer all the questions we wanted, and actually it turned out that she knew a lot more about it than I did, so let's hear more of it from her herself.
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm here in my second year studying archaeology. So I'm not a local, but hopefully I can answer any local questions that you guys might have. Now, before we go inside, I'm going to give a little bit of a historical introduction to Durham Castle then go over a couple housekeeping guidelines, and then we can make our way into the courtyard. So, to begin, Durham Castle is really old. There's no better way to put it. And in its long lifetime, it has undergone many different iterations. It has existed in many different states, taken on many different forms, and this is only the latest in a long line of looks and styles and features that have been added. Now, Durham Castle was first built by William the Conqueror. Now, William the Conqueror was victorious at the Battle of Hastings. He was a Norman, and following this victory, he became the new King of England.
The only way to enter Durham Castle is on a guided tour, and we entered through this impressive entrance of one of the castle towers. And when I entered through the gateway, all I kept thinking was, how good would it be to go to university in a castle? Other than that, I was blown away by just how well kept it was and how impressive it looked standing in the courtyard when the guide was telling us about it. I kept looking around thinking they've got it in such a great condition that it was worth my £5. So let us enjoy the tour and I'll show you what it looks like inside.
Many windows, because again, all these windows were added to show off the wealth and prosperity and power the bishops had. But this gallery also had another unintended benefit, and that was this. So this is that Norman arch that I've been talking about. This was the original entrance to Durham Castle.
So that's the end of the tour of Durham Castle. It's only a short tour, it's only a small way round. I think £5 is value though, it's worth it. Any more than £5 I don't think it would be worth it for how little you see, because obviously it's still a working university. It's a little bit weird saying a castle that is a university, but there you go, it's worth the £5. Just going to head back through Durham, maybe pick up a sauna at Greg's on the way, and then get the train back to Newcastle, probably head home. It's a nice day out from Newcastle. The city is really like old and historical. It's small, bear in mind it is a small city. It's a good day out from Newcastle to Durham, and it's just cheap on the train. I got an off-peak day return, it cost us £9.80. That's cheap enough each way. So here we are, we're going through Durham now. I'll spin the camera around and give you a look. There we go. This is Durham. So it's 4 o'clock now, 20 past 4. And things are starting to close already. So the main bit of Durham is all like this. It's all like old buildings and that, and little cobble streets around the river. I just come down this little alley there, and I'm going to see this Vennels Cafe's open, but it says we're closed. Everything in Durham, man, closed really early. After living in Taiwan for so long, I'm not used to places closing at 4 o'clock. I think 4 o'clock is a bit too early to close your shop like. But if that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do. Right, I'm back out that little passageway. Probably just get a Greg's and I'm back. Be aware, if you come to Durham on a day trip, that you'd be better off coming early, because a lot of it does close fairly early, like 4 o'clock or something like that. And that was the end of my day in this historical city of Durham. As ever, it's always been a good day out there. It's one of the best places to go for a day out from Newcastle. And as this video ends, I will leave you with this great view of the castle and the cathedral overlooking the river. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.